What's up? Welcome back. I'm John Stark from MacTheMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic, and today we're going to talk about Task. This is the series review for Task. We wrapped. I didn't do a review of the premiere, so I'm going to do a review of the ending. This was done by the same people who brought us Mayor of Easttown. Yes, I got to make sure I don't say the one with Jeremy Renner. Um, and it's on HBO Max with audio description. I thought the audio description for this was really good. I think it's Zoo Digital that did this, but I doing that from memory. Um, so don't quote me on that. It's Mark Ruffalo, Amelia Jones, Tom Pelphrey, Martha Plimpton, sort of like the most recognizable, Nasu and Anusi. So when I think of it, first of all, what is it? So Mark Ruffalo ends up putting together this task force to go after this motorcycle gang slash drug lord ring slash wannabe domestic terrorist group. They're not really at the level, but man, they could be. They mostly just kind of stick to their level. Like they're not really interested on like an uprising, but they feel like they have the kind of firepower and force. If they wanted to become sort of like a domestic terrorist group, they probably could be. So mostly it's drugs, and we see Tom Pelphrey plays a character who he and his friend they don't like. They have like a history, and they go in and they stage this robbery where they think they're stealing money from this gang, but it ends up being drugs, so it makes it harder because then they have to sell the drugs. But they end up killing all these people, but then there's like this little boy there, and so they're stuck with this little boy and Sam, who also ends up becoming sort of the focus of this investigation because there's this boy that's been taken, and so now they're trying to recover the boy. So Mark Ruffalo leads this task group of people that he's roped in from different branches, like different, they're not all like FBI people. And so he puts together this little force to go after and investigate and figure out and see if they can find out who killed all these people in this house and who took the boy, and if they can find the boy, is the boy okay, is the boy alive? And it kind of crashes in with this other plot from when the gang finds out this happened. Their leader, like Jason, who's basically a psychopath, is trying to, figure out who would dare cross them. There's also Maeve, who plays Pelphrey's sister, I believe, in this. I think that was their connection. I don't think it's his wife. I think it's his sister. And she's got 2 kids. It might have been his wife. It's really hard for me to remember at this point because their connection at the beginning was it's a lot of people running around and trying to like evade each other and not be killed. So nobody really has time to sit down and be like, I love you, let's have dinner, let's have romance, let's have sex, let's do this. So I can't remember if they're just brothers. They're close, but I really truly not sure. I think they're brother sister. I'm just gonna keep saying that like I'm not 100% sure. So what I loved about the show, first of all, Mark Ruffalo is great, and he's starting to age into roles now. So he's in like his late 50s. He's starting to play late 50s. He's starting to play that like old guy thing. Some comments here he makes about like his bladder not being what it used to be. So he's also, his character's like a foster parent, and he adopted these kids. One of them's in jail. It was always sort of going to be headed that way, and there's like maybe he'll get out, maybe they go to this parole hearing, maybe he can come home, like those kind of things. So he has this back and forth with his wife and the his daughter, who was the sister of the kid that was in there. So he's given all this like home drama for us to follow. And anybody who saw Mayor of Easttown, Jesus, this is going to happen to me. Jeremy Renner show. It knows that I was looking for an early major character exit, and I because there was one with Mare of Easttown that was kind of like, oh my god, uh, and I was like, wouldn't it be crazy if Mark Ruffalo? It doesn't happen, but if they did it to the main character this time, if they were like, oh, Task, this is no, it's not actually Mark Ruffalo. It's going to be these other characters. So no, they didn't do that. I guess it's kind of a spoiler, but he does get to make it all the way through to the series finale. Not everybody did it. Not everyone does though. My favorite performance was Amelia Jones, who was playing a very different role than she's ever been given before. She felt more mature. I kept having to remind myself it was Amelia Jones. I was like, wait, what? This girl from Coda? Because she feels like she's playing like she's like a 40-year-old adult. Like she's like this mother of these kids, and she's been doing this for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like she feels just like way older and wiser than any of this stuff. But really that's not the case. She just is in this. She's just it's exactly why I love Amelia Jones so much. Uh, she was such a standout in Lock and Key, and then she got Coda. And that year, I said she was my pick for Best Actress, which seemed weird at the time, but I just really loved Coda, and I was like, how can she not be? I mean, she's the heart and soul of the movie, and like the movie doesn't really work without her. In addition to not working without the other performances, but it also doesn't work without her. She's our you know um our avatar sort of into that world. So glad she's gotten this role. I think she could win an Emmy for this. I think this is Emmy worthy. I think this is a fantastic performance from her. She's concerned about Sam. She's trying to save like the remainder of her family. She has this resentment for this gang based on its history that they've given her. And she becomes this character that feels like everybody needs to save, but she also feels fully confident in being able to save herself. Without being the lead of the series, it's amazing how she kind of feels like she's the most important character in the series. It's like she's so central to the plot, but yet she doesn't drive any of it. She's not, she didn't steal the drugs, she's not investigating the crime, but so much of it, like the roads all run through her, that her reactions to everything, to all these different characters that end up sort of crossing her path, that's what colors and gives her all these different shades of her character, and why I think Amelia Jones is the most astounding performance in this. I like Tom Pelphrey too. I think he was really great on Ozark, and he's being given a great opportunity here. Martha Plimpton also, she's aging into her and herself as well. She's playing a little bit of an older person who's having a little bit of struggle with her age as well. But yeah, some interesting performances, some nice twists and turns along the way. The finale is a banger. There's one episode that's basically just like Pelfrey and Ruffalo. I thought that episode was fantastic, but I didn't love every episode. I thought some of them ran a little bit long. There's one, it's like the second to last one, or it's the second to last one. It starts off with this like just like guns blazing sequence, and it goes on for so long that you think like, man, that was the episode, and then they hit you with Task, and you're like, wait, we didn't even do opening credits, and it's like 20 minutes into the episode, and it's just like nonstop. So I'm like mostly really impressed with Task. There are a couple points earlier on where I kind of thought it drug, but when the task group is kind of like trying to get started and get their investigation going, and we're trying to establish the characters and the relationships to each other and stuff, and they're in this house, I thought, but man, when it slams in with a sledgehammer, it nails you. Like there's some stuff in here that is really terrific work. So some of the best that I've seen this year, some of the best episodes. This is one of those things where you really want to make sure you submit the right episodes for Emmy consideration, because some of the episodes are distinctly better than others. Very much so. There are some great episodes here with moments that I'll remember till Emmy season, and then some other episodes where I'll be like, what happened in that episode? Did anything happen? I can't remember. So, Task. For your consideration, Amelia Jones. I'm gonna say Best Supporting Actress because again, she doesn't drive the story. And I think it'll be easier for her to win Best Supporting Actress at the Emmys. You could put her in lead; she's in a lot of the show, but really the leads of the show are Mark Ruffalo and Tom Pelphrey as sort of like the largest. In a game of cops and robbers, well, he's the main cop and he's the main robber. So that's kind of the main plot. That's my point, is that it's amazing how, even though the plot is not Maeve, Maeve is very much the takeaway. So also you feel for Sam because he's an adorable little kid, and uh, just huge chops, huge props to the casting here on Sam. Just what an adorable little child. Uh, the kind of kid that you just want to give a hug to. You're like, oh my god, this poor kid. So yeah, just a wonderful child find for this role. So I thought he was great too. Yeah, I like the whole cast. I didn't find anybody to be bad. It's just there are some standouts. So I'm gonna give Task an 8.6 out of 10. I really like this show. I think you should check it out if you haven't done it already. It might be better than Mayor of Easttown. It's certainly as good as. So, um, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the other side.